What's up, y'all? Today we're going to be unboxing and installing the footrest kit for a Summit tree stand. I have the Viper SD here, just a platform. So let's jump in, take a look at this stuff. I've not seen a lot of videos on YouTube go in depth on how to install this. The directions that are in the box are vague and a little confusing. So I went online, looked on YouTube. Nobody really had anything that kind of went step by step and showed you what you needed to do. Hopefully we accomplished that goal today. So in the box, I've had this open, read through the directions, obviously. So in the box, you have your footrest, directions, and parts. I'll put mine in a Ziploc bag. So got two self-tapping screws that secure your brackets into your platform. And then you have, I just kind of have these bushings just kind of riding on here so I didn't lose them, right? So you got an inner bushing, an outer bushing, and then on a bolt, you have two sets of those. You actually have two stoppers, so when that rest comes down, you're good and you don't make noise. And then you actually have two more of these bushings as well, right? All right, so here's our bracket. You'll see there's an indentation there, pardon the rattling. So there's actually a channel in here, so you want it in between the first and second bracket. So if we go back and we reference our box, we can't really tell where it's at in terms of, is it all the way forward, is it all the way back? I'm going to move mine a little bit more towards that that first rung, just so I can, you know, maybe get up a ½ inch more, quarter inch more of space. So what I mean is, like, instead of installing it here dead center, I'm going to move mine up a little bit, right? Because right now we have to drill the holes in the footrest of where those things are going to hit here. So we kind of can customize in that way. So I'm going to scoot mine up, not quite touching. Maybe if they are touching, maybe that's a good way to make them even both sides. So maybe I'll do them touching. We'll see. We'll see how well I can fit the drill in there. It maybe have to be in the middle due to that, but I'll let you know how that goes. All right, so do the same thing on the other side. It is slightly a little bit more forward than center, but it's just kind of where the drill sat, right? So it kind of made it easy. Sort of using the drill as an alignment tool. Not sure if that's the proper protocol, but that's what we got going. All right, here's where we're at. We have both brackets installed. Now it's bushing time. So you take two long shank bushings, you put them on the inside and the outside of this, make sure this is turned in the right direction. You want it, if it's facing the tree side, you want this bend to be facing down. You take a long shank bushing, or a short shank bushing, pardon me, and put it in there. What we'll do, so we'll just install that over this bolt, one-handed. All right. Shove that all the way down. Come back, feed this through here, out the other side. I'm just going to hand tighten that for now. We'll repeat that process on the other side here. So again, inside and outside of the actual footrest get the long shank. The outside of the bracket gets the short shank, right? And basically that bushing's in there just to reduce some noise and different things like that, so you don't have any metal on metal contact. The head of the bolt in the pictures is facing the outside of the platform. And we'll just hand tighten this. We'll go back and ratchet that down. Threads aren't being very nice to me. So now that is basically installed. We do have to tighten it up, obviously. But that is what we have. So now, final step is securing our bumpers, bump stops if you will, to the bottom of this so we don't make noise, right? So I'm just going to shove both of those self-tappers through. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to flip this over, figure out where exactly I want it. I don't really want it in that bend. I'm going to hit it right before that bend. That's pretty centered. Grab my drill. I'm going to take this, try to hold it pretty still. Throw that right there. Line up a little bit, one-handed. Cinch that down pretty tight. Same thing for the other side. Try to get it even to where it is on the other side. Make sure that my contact's fairly even. Feel like that looks pretty good. Looks like it's in a similar spot. Pick this up, kind of pinch it with our thumb. Drop the tapper in there. Cool. That, I feel like that could be a little tighter. There we go, that's tightened up. Tight. Just don't want to, there we go. Don't want to strip it. Yeah, those are good and tight. Smack that aluminum out of there. There you go. We'll go back and tighten these down, but that is installed. Really not that hard. The directions are a little bit convoluted. It doesn't necessarily explain where these go. So I'm going to grab the camera. I'm just going to show you everything before I tighten it up, and hopefully that makes it easier for when you install your footrest kit on your Viper tree stand. All right, so in review, this bracket locks in, right? That part's pretty easy to figure out. So then what you do in order, your bolt, your short shank through the bracket into a long shank that goes into this, another long shank goes into this end, and then your bolt goes on, right? So it's nut, short shank, bracket, long shank, footrest, long shank, nut, right? I feel like that's all we really needed to know in the directions. Not there. You have to kind of figure that out. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you don't mind, hit the like and subscribe button down there somewhere. I'm going to tighten this down. Hopefully be in the woods by the end of hunting season. which is a couple days, better get a move on. Thanks, guys.